The fourth density is as regularized in its approach as the striking of a clock upon the hour. This density is a vibrational spectrum of its true color green ray. The space-time continuum of our solar system had spiraled our planetary sphere into this fourth dimension vibration. This caused the planetary sphere molded by these new vibratory fields and the planetary sphere itself to electromagnetically realign, its vortices of reception of the instreaming of cosmic forces expressing themselves as vibrational webs so that the Earth will be, thus fourth density magnetized, as we might call it. Earth's material is still quite confused due to the society memory complexes embedded in its consciousness. It has not made an easy transition to the vibrations which beckon. Therefore, it is still fetched with some inconvenience, due to the energies of the thought forms of our peoples, which disturb the orderly constructs of energy patterns within Earth's spirals of energy, which increases entropy and unusable heat. This caused our planetary sphere to have some ruptures in its outer garment while making itself appropriately magnetized for fourth density. The concepts involved to explain the mechanism of the increase of unusable heat, or what we call global warming, are somewhat difficult to express in our language. However, we shall attempt to explain to the subject. If an entity is not in harmony with its circumstances, it feels a burning within. The temperature of the physical vehicle does not yet rise, only the heat of the temper or the tears, as we may describe this disharmony. However, if an entity persists for a long period of our space-time in feeling this emotive heat and disharmony, the entire body complex will begin to resonate to this disharmony, and the disharmony will then show up as the cancer or other degenerative conditions from what we call health. When an entire planetary system of peoples and cultures repeatedly experiences disharmony on a great scale, the Earth under the feet of these entities shall begin to resonate with this disharmony. Due to the nature of the physical vehicle, disharmony shows up as a blockage of growth or an uncontrolled growth, since the primary function of a mind-body-spirit complex's bodily complex is growth and maintenance. In the case of our planet, the purpose of the planet is the maintenance of orbit and the proper location or orientation with regards to other cosmic influences. In order to have this occurring properly, the interior of the planet is hot and molten in physical terms. Thus, instead of uncontrolled growth, we begin to experience uncontrolled heat and its expansive consequences. This was the planetary adjustment. The sphere upon which we dwell is the third density, in its beingness of mind-body-spirit complexes. It is now in a space-time continuum, fourth density. This is causing a somewhat difficult harvest. The thought forms of our people during this transition period are such that the mind-body-spirit complexes of both individuals and societies are scattered throughout the spectrum. Instead of becoming able to grasp the needle, shall we say, and point the compass in one direction. Thus, the entry into the vibration of love is not effective with our present societal complex. Thus, the harvest shall be such that many will repeat the third density cycle. The energies of our wanderers, our teachers, and our adepts at this time are all bent upon increasing the harvest. However, there are few to harvest. Those who remain in fourth density upon this plane will be of the so-called positive orientation. Many will come from elsewhere, for it would appear that, with all the best efforts of the Confederation, which includes those from our people's inner planes, inner civilizations, and those from other dimensions, the harvest will still be much less than this planetary sphere is capable of comfortably supporting in service. There was a sharp increase in the number of people, as we call mind-body-spirit complexes, whose vibrational potentials include the potential for fourth density understanding. Thus there seems to be, shall we say, a new breed. These are those incarnating for fourth density work. The fourth density entities which incarnate at this space-time are fourth density in the view of experience, but are incarnating in less dense vehicles due to desire to experience and aid in the birth of fourth density upon this plane. You may note that fourth density entities have a great abundance of compassion. There was also a sharp increase in the short run of negatively oriented or polarized mind-body-spirit complexes and social complexes, due to the polarizing conditions of the sharp delineation between fourth density characteristics and third density self-service orientation. At this time, the cosmic influxes are conducive to true color green, core particles being formed and material of this nature thus being formed. So there is another sphere forming, congruent to a great extent with yellow ray. However, there is a mixture of the yellow ray and green ray environments at this time, necessitating the birthing of transitional mind-body-spirit complex types of energy distortions. At full activation of the true color green density of love, the planetary sphere will be solid and inhabitable upon its own, and the birthing that takes place will have been transformed through the process of time, shall we say, to the appropriate type of vehicle to appreciate in full the fourth density planetary environment. The creation of green ray density bodily complexes will be gradual and will take place beginning with our third density type of physical vehicle and, through the means of bisexual reproduction, become the fourth density body complexes by evolutionary processes. At this nexus, the green ray environment exists to a far greater extent in time-space than in space-time. You must see the Earth, as we call it, as being 7 Earths. There is red, orange, yellow, and there will soon be a completed green color vibratory locus for fourth density entities, which they will call Earth. It is of a denser nature, due to the rotational core atomic aspects of its material. Thus, in fourth density, the red, orange, and green energy nexuses of our planet will be activated, while the yellow is in potentiation along with the blue and the indigo. As the green ray cycle, or the density of love and understanding, begins to take shape, the yellow ray plane or Earth, which we now enjoy in our dance, will cease to be inhabited for some period of space-time, since the early fourth density entity will not know precisely how to maintain the illusion that fourth density cannot be seen or determined from any instrumentation available to any third density. After the space-time necessary for fourth density entities to learn their ability to shield their density from that of third is learned, there will come a time when third density may again cycle on the yellow ray sphere.